there, everyone. It's Zelda. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Seeing Crime. We've been doing nothing but seeing crime lately, haven't we? Things are getting a little wild, and I know that they are crumbling, and the foundations are crumbling on these very crazy buildings. I have to be careful what I say. I think you understand. Do me a favor, subscribe and like this video so we can get it and share it with others. This is a casual reading if you haven't figured this one out today. I know that you probably have, and I want to post this as soon as possible. I want to do this casual reading because sometimes when I get a thought process, and I'm going to say this, the dream that I had, someone, bless you, if you see this, you know who you are, basically told me that when Karen left that morning of January 29th of 2022, she had this very odd, creepy feeling, not so good, going back to John's place. Well, let me tell you this. Karen is a February Pisces. February Pisces are very empathic when they have to be. Sometimes their emotions, and believe me, I get it, sometimes their emotions overshadow the truth. And Karen is very emotional. She's really in tune with her emotions. However, I get it. That morning, in the still of the morning, she knew. So I'm going to go a little further here because I'm thinking that this Jennifer McCabe is done. But I want to see what we're going to be doing here, okay? So first of all, you all know Poe. Good old Poe. The cats are afraid of him, but they figured out they don't have to be, and they keep knocking him over. And look, now he's got a little chip out of his leg, which Mommy is going to have to repair. He's part of the Halloween gang. All right. Well, putting him back, he's sitting right here. We're going to start out. We've got Kipper Deck. You may not have seen these a lot. I want to break these out. This is the Kipper, our friend. These are the Rider-Waite playing card tarot. It's kind of a combo between playing cards and tarot. And of course, we've got Grandma's cards here in the Hand of Fate. No gypsy, no witch, but a lot of information in there. Let's get started. So don't forget to subscribe and like. We're going to put these to the side, this to the side. We're going to get started. We're just going to do a little quick thing here. Yeah, right, Zelda. Okay. High honors. I'm just going to kind of let it open. I just want to let it open. I don't want to tell the cards too much. Now, I had said Jennifer McCabe, and she's getting a lot. This high honors card, let me show you. I don't want my camera jumping back and forth. I know you don't like it. I don't like it either. High honors. That means that she's getting a lot of attention on social media, on print media, in our television media. I mean, at this point, worldwide, if you say the name Jennifer McCabe, the question is going to be, how long until something gets taken care of with her? Meaning, how long? Will it be before she is dealt with and justice comes along? Got to be careful because, you know, I'm not law enforcement. I'm not medical professional. I'm not an expert witness. I'm an expert card reader. We take our energy from this. That's what we're doing. She's been expecting some things to come down, my darling, and she has been doing everything that she can for damage control. And it ain't going to do her any good. Waiting and watching. What does this remind me of? Well, it reminds me of that morning that she was standing and watching for John to come over. the lookout, the fixer, the manipulator. Message of concern. She may have received her point of interest letter from the feds, or her attorney may have. She may have received something else. I don't know, but I'm also going to tell you this lawsuit that was started by the O'Keefe family, especially Paul O'Keefe, that is going to open up this can of worms. And I got to tell you this, that ain't going anywhere. No insurance company, in my humblest opinion, is going to pay this thing off. But this was a money grab, and I think they felt it was going to be intimidating, and believe me, it ain't going nowhere. They've got until August 27th of 2026. You heard me. Or is it 2027? Might even be. The wheels of justice turn very slow in these things. By then, this is all going to be washed away. Things are going to be dropped. Watch and see. But let's check now on this chick. The Ace of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. This is Karen. Because she is a water element. And she is the fishy. She's a Pisces, as you know. King of Pentacles. Very good. I'm going to put this to the side for a minute. This ace right here, the Ace of Swords, is telling us that communication now is coming from all directions. Why? Because the air signs are communication, and the swords have a blade, have a sharp edge on each side. It can cut, it can heal. And with that said, there's just constant communication coming from all sides at this point. That's for this case. This is costing a lot of money, and will be costing a lot of money for people on each side, because let's face it, they're going to have these people testify again, and they got to be ready this time. They knew how they screwed up the last time, and the one thing I don't really feel is going to happen, they don't want to testify. Because I can tell you this right now, Alan Jackson and David Yannetti are ready. That team, oh boy, they're going to be bringing some things out. This is a start over, basically. It's a brand new trial. They're going to go through the whole thing. And do I believe it's going to happen January 27th, I believe? No. But I'm also going to say this. Hank Brennan. Now, Hank Brennan, and I think this is why this King of Pentacles came out, because his contract is capped. And I'm seeing that, from what I've seen now, that it's capped at $75,000 at $200 an hour. They don't expect him to be with us long. Do you know what that means? Is he being brought in to be the healer for the Commonwealth? I want you to think about this. Because there's more to their Hank Brennan than meets the eye. With Karen here, she is relying on all of her memories, not on all of her emotion. They are bringing things forward and preparing for things that they did not and were not able to bring forward in the past trial. If we have a new trial. That's the big question of the century. Grandma's cards. Now, once again, don't let this throw you, okay? I'm into the kitty. The cauldron, maybe. The moon, yes. Whatever. If I looked as good as her sitting there, whatever, roasting marshmallows, I guess. I can do that. But these cards, we're going to just start putting them out, and then I'm going to read them like I would. Ready? In fact, I'm going to turn it like this. There we go. These cards are funny now. They have old-fashioned meanings. So whatever I see here, we're going to go through. We've laid the foundation. We know that Jennifer is nervous. She's about ready to receive something that she couldn't receive normally. Now with this particular deck of cards, you really have to lay out just about all of them. And yeah, there's a lot. Stay with me. And we're going to start reading. Seeing what's happening. And we're going to go from there. Now you see there's other card. There's a cartomancy deck in this. There's a cartomancy deck. There's, and what I do and how I learned from my grandmother is you kind of just read them backwards. You take from the end and you go toward the beginning. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Okay. And look what the end one is, my darlings. You can't make this up. You see what that is? The 5 of Spades is not a good card. But what this tells us is that there's going to be a loss regarding property and that evil needs to be diverted. Hello. We're going to peel these off. The Stork and the 7 of Hearts. A fulfillment card, but it is a new beginning. And it also can mean loss. It can definitely mean loss. Well, we see that. It's loss for sure. The Lion is a sudden shock from bad news. The 6 of Diamonds isn't really the best card on the block. So yeah, there was bad news, that's for sure, with John, but there's more bad news for them coming. Now this railroad. I want you to see something here. If near number 29 is a robbery, if near 44 is a serious accident, I could stop right here. I want to ask you something. Did you know that there's a railroad track behind 34 Fairview Road? I think it's some type of transit. Just whatever. I know there's a lot of that sort of thing up there in New England and up. We don't have them where I am. A commuter train is what I'm trying to say. What's going on in those railroad tracks? Has anybody thought about that? I've actually looked for schedules, and I can't find any. If any of you could find a schedule for that railroad track, for that early morning, because trains usually run quite often. It was a blizzard. They may not have been running, whatever the case may be. But doesn't this give you the creeps a little bit? Hello? If near, the forecast's a long journey, but if near 44, a serious accident. If near 29, a robbery, well, they robbed John of his life. But look at this one. The broken glass foretells years of long years of ill luck, but of distant, the death of a friend. Now you know why my grandmother read those, don't you? Don't you? This 8 of Diamonds is a card that can mean suspicion. Look, there's a lot here, and I'm not going to take your time to go through all of them. But I think we've had enough today. Maybe we can do this again, that we can go through things. This clover, means that there is some luck that is coming. And I think the luck is going to be that there's more of this stuff coming out. Now, these swords, okay? And look, this is the Ace of Spades. That's why these are swords. This is a winter timing card. And look at this name. I'm not going to say that name because it's very close and I don't want it misconstrued, okay? But it warns us against assaults and threats that occur sooner or later. And according to the distance from the person, we started out here with Jennifer. She's been getting threats and everything, but many others are too. I've got to tell you, when these things happen like this, when they come out like this, so I'm just going to say this, okay? Good things are not coming for that group. Good things are not coming for the McAlberts. Good things are not happening at all. And I'm going to take this because we started out with this as a 10 of Spades. That is not a good card, and it means loss. It means quarrels. And I don't know if you know this or not, but these cards are kind of like the Lenormand decks because, you know, they've got the sun, we've got clovers, we've got a snake here we're going to read. We've got the harvest here of the scythe and the bundle of wheat. But this snake means calamity. See, the way they're laying is so not good. So not good. This moon, when it is distant, an exposure of your secrets, and the 5 of Hearts is a decision. Look, my friends, I'm just going to tell you, now you know my grandma, and this would probably take a couple of hours to go through, and I'm not going to do it, only because I don't want to take the time, but I wanted to show you some of these, because look at the house. Look at the house. Look at the ship. The ship is an inheritance. I think that Paul, I think this has been a money grab. I think there's all kinds of things heading off at the pass. They're trying to nail Karen from all which ways. But I'm also going to say this house, its present condition is unpleasant future. The book, it's a degree of distance, meaning your chapter is about over, lady. Lightning, disagreeable. 6 of clubs, honey, darlings, sweethearts. All right, I'm not going to, there's a crossroads that she's going to be following. There's more news that are coming. Unexpected news of demise. This isn't good. We're gonna clean these up. These are not good for her. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple of end cards down here, but now you know, and that's how the Gypsy Witch cards work. I want you to know that the end is near for Miss McCabe. She's expecting it to be near. Look, the towers. What did I just say when I was laying out, or before I even started laying out the card? The foundation of their tower is crumbling. Lightning hitting, muck, mire, mayhem. Final message, my darlings, final message. in this. Just, you can see it's just a relaxing thing. Yeah, Lovers. But you know what? I think that Jen had something for John, and nobody's going to convince me that that didn't happen. And she was married. She felt jilted. And that's just the way it is. False person, of course she is. Of course she is. You see her transform when she testifies. The marriage is committed to what it is that they have done. And she's going to, listen, she's going to be one of the strongest people that you see, because she's going to be the good old hanger-oner. She is going to hang there with the same story for as long. How long are you going to do that, Jen? Because she's not going to give up. She's going to hang on to the very end of all of her just ridiculousness. So, is this going to end very soon? Yes. And you know what? On the bottom of the deck, look who we have here. That's the moon. That's Karen. So thank you so much for just being with me today as we just do this little impromptu thing. I wanted to show you this, but Jen's demise is near. The whole thing, October is this month of crushing their stories. Don't forget to subscribe and like. You're going to see me very soon. I love each and every one of you. The cards are not in her favor at all. Tell me about that railroad track behind Fairview. I want to know. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Love you. Bye.